What causes a person to become alert and oriented times 2? Or times 1?
A lack of oxygen to the brain. Brain cells become ischemic. They start to die.
How is oxygen carried to the brain?
Via the blood.
So when a person loses substantial amounts of blood, they're losing oxygen to the brain as well?
Correct, sir.
How much blood had Mrs. Murphy lost when you arrived on scene?
2 liters, approximately.
How much blood is in the average woman's body?
4.5 liters.
So Mrs. Murphy had lost nearly half of her blood? Half of the precious liquid which carries oxygen to her brain, and yet she was still, how do you say it? A&O times 3?
When we arrived, yes, sir.
And by the time you got to the hospital?
She lost consciousness.
Alert and oriented times 3 minus 2 liters of blood. Seems like a miracle. Actually, it seems medically impossible.
It's not.
But then, you're not a doctor. You're a paramedic.
Yes, sir.
No further questions.
I didn't coach her, if that's what you're suggesting.
Then why'd you change your statement?
She was in shock when she identified her son.
I'm convinced I have the guilty party.
I'll put Mrs. Murphy on the stand and she'll nullify her declaration.
I'm not dropping the charge.
Annabeth, the mother just said her son didn't do it. You need to take that seriously and consider who did.
And I suppose you have an alternate suspect?
Phil DeShays, Mrs. Murphy's brother-in-law.
The police already talked to him. He has an alibi.
He could have hired it done.
For what reason?
And the random fingerprint inside the Murphy house supports that theory.
No, it doesn't. DeShays has no motive.
Eric Murphy is innocent and you're refusing to look at other
The
suspects.
cops have the right guy.
You know what, Annabeth? I'm not a prosecutor anymore. I don't have to solve the murder. I just need to mention the fingerprint, dangle the name DeShays in front of an Indianapolis jury. That and the mom's recantation? Reasonable doubt. Times 2.